Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashim Chakodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to you again. Pardon me if I do this a little fast, but I just did a thorough lesson on this, 30 minutes, and it didn't come out correct. I actually had some noise in the background, which basically I'm not going to be able to upload it, so I'm going to have to redo it. So I'm going to do this a lot quicker. So, this is the 10 Commandments. Right, in the Hebrew, right, which in the Hebrew, you say that, as you can see at the top left, top right, Ha'ashara Matazawath, meaning the Ashara 10 Matazawath commandments. I'm going to just go ahead and run through it. To be honest, I don't have much time, but I did want to get this lesson in. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. In the Hebrew, it's La'a Yahaya Laka Alahayim Acharyam Al Panya. All right. Which La'a, meaning not, Yahaya, have, Laka, to thee, Alahayim, gods, Acharyam, other, Acharyam, all right, al, meaning unto, panya, before me, like before my face. All right, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, nor serve them. La'ah, meaning not. The Aisha, meaning make. Laka, to thee, pasal, image or idol. Wala'ah, and not. Ta'ibadam, serve them. Or like I said, pardon me if I'm going a bit fast. Of course, you got this right in front of you, so you can go back and check things and, annotate whatever. But definitely go ahead and get through this. Verse 3, it says, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, which his name is Yahweh. And I will slow down for that one. You can definitely dig that. And we'll get to it. It says, la'ah, meaning not. Ta lakwach, meaning shall take. Ath, meaning even or namely. Sham, name. Sham, meaning name. Then you have the Heavenly Father's name right here. We'll slow down for that one. Absolutely. I'm trying to. And the ha is included, But, you can pronounce it without the ha. Because the ha is not, in honesty, the ha is actually not needed because it's silent. So if you just pronounce Yah, ha, wa, that's how you pronounce his name. That ha at the end of that word that I don't have highlighted is actually silent, so it doesn't matter. So when you pronouncing his name, it's Yahweh. Yahweh. All right. Yeah, right there. I just filled it in just to have the whole word filled in. It says, Bashwa, in vain. All right, next verse. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. It says Zakar, meaning remember. Ha-Yawam, this is Ha-Yawam right here. All right, Ha-Yawam, meaning the day. Ha-Shabbat, Sabbath, the Sabbath. La Kodashwa, to holy it, or like to keep it holy, All right, 5 is honor thy father and thy mother, is kabad, meaning honor. Abaka wa amaka, thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not kill, which in actuality is murder. It's not talking about just simply killing. Oh, you can't kill a Brussels sprout. Oh, you can't kill a chicken to feed your family. It's not talking about that. It's talking about unjustified killing, which is murder. Murdering a human being, And really, you're not supposed to just be killing animals either. That's not a part of our culture, just to kill a goddamn. That's what the so-called white man does. That's why everything is exterminated. Where the buffaloes? Where are all the other different animals? It's supposed to be jaguars and mountain lions in America, in North America. Where are they? They're nowhere to be found because the so-called white man has killed everything. He killed off the buffaloes to try to starve off the North American Indians and killed off millions of them because he's a real piece of shit rat garbage. And that's it. He's a murderer, and he exterminated 95% of the North American Indians. Now that's murder. That's breaking the Big Ten. This man killed off 95% using chemical warfare. He didn't do it by the preeminence of his sword and his majesty on the battlefield. No, he gave the little children, little cold children and cold mothers and elders, he gave them blankets filled with smallpox and chickenpox because they didn't have the buffalo to keep them warm because he killed them. And this is why he's going into slavery. And the pot had to chime on that. Got a slow cooker going. That the judgment, because it's not executed speedily, is fully setting them to do wickedness. But the time of judgment is at hand. Yahweh Shai is the judge. God is the judge. Fear him. Anyway, so you're not supposed to murder. Basically, don't be like the so-called white man. Because this nigga is just an excellent example of what a murderer is. Don't be like that. It says, Zakar ha-Yawam, 7. It says, thou should not commit adultery. Now, committing adultery, let's read it in the Hebrew of thou should not murder, thou should not kill, which is la'atha ratazach. All right, so going down to the next verse, thou should not commit adultery, meaning you should, like a man is not supposed to have sex with, of course, another man. That's homosexuality, that's sodomy, that's also a form of adultery, illicit lasciviousness, illicit sexual intercourse. So that, and also a man having sex with a married woman. That's how a man commits adultery. So a man isn't supposed to have sex with a woman that is betrothed, meaning if she has a boyfriend, because we're in America, this place is bugged out. You don't even have people married. I'm talking to this person. That's my boyfriend. You people are a bunch of idiots. But see, if you go in the ancient world, if you go into the East, they don't have this type of system of, I'm talking to this person. This is my boyfriend. This is my girlfriend. I was at the store the other day, or last night, and this dude, was in the car, and this chick walked by, and he was like, hey, how you doing? He's like, hey, you got a boyfriend? And she was like, Shawty said, not really. I'm like, this shit is wicked. This is some wicked shit. Nigga got a number and shit. I'm like, this woman said, not really. He asked if she had a man. I know her man is through. This is his girl talking about, not really. Kinda. And see, that's adultery. That is adultery. If a woman is telling you if she gives you not really, that means she's a whore and who's willing to bring you into the tunnels of hell with her, because that's adultery. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Now, the Lord, the Lord is merciful, and He does see that we are in a decayed society. Like any woman that you deal with, unless she's, you feel me? You get the point. Is going to be pretty much defiled. So we just pray to the Lord for mercy. But that's just the condition of the battle we've been put into. We've been put into a hellhole. We're in captivity under our enemies. But Yahweh Shai is about to return to make all things new. And so for a woman, committing adultery is having sex with any man other than her husband. Any man, of course, also sodomy, which, a woman being homosexual, that's adultery. But like if a woman has sex or has intercourse, dealings with, it don't even have to. It don't even have to penetrate the woman. If you taking this woman out on a date and she got a man and she, you did this or whatever, that's adultery. And the same thing for a woman. Or you got a husband, but you going to the movies with this person. Or this is the American madness that takes place. Now, I say American madness, but in actuality, adultery takes place throughout the earth. That's why this earth needs to be refreshed. Adultery is nothing new to the earth, but it just happens on a much more heightened rate than any other place in the universe in America. It's more adultery that takes place in America than any other place in God's universe. That's bad. So, that's why we're supposed to be separate from the ways and the fashion of this world, because it leads to death. All right, so you're not supposed to commit adultery. That's the point. Thou shalt not steal. Ganab. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Aina shakwar. Aina shakwar. Now, it doesn't say in the Hebrew, it doesn't say neighbor. It doesn't say thy neighbor. It just says thou shalt not bear false witness. That's why you don't see, if it would have said thy neighbor, it would have said Ra'aika. The same way it says it in verse 10. But it says it in the English. That's why I just didn't want anybody to be confused. Because they would be like, well, where does it say neighbor? I don't see it. Well, it's actually not there in the Hebrew. The Hebrew is more simplistic. We're not of many words. We get to the point. And we don't deal with, fillers. We just tell it how it is. That's just what we do as Hebrew Israelites. That's just what we do as sons of Abraham. It says, thou shalt not covet anything which is thy neighbor's. That's 10. That's 10th commandment, which in Hebrew is la'ata chamad kal ashar la'raika. Right? And by the way, this is one word. Kal ashar. Let me see. So ashar. Damn it. Excuse me. Tried to highlight it. All right. So ashar is one word, which means which. All right. So this has been a Hebrew edification. Like I said, I just did a 30-minute lesson. On this, and I had some background noise that I didn't realize on my phone, which cut it off. So, Lord willing, this is edifying and sufficient. Giving all praises, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.